Have you ever wondered if a single small habit could transform your health and protect you from the diseases we fear most? It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? We live in a world where health advice is everywhere, often confusing, sometimes contradictory. But what if I told you that both science and ancient wisdom have quietly agreed on something for centuries? That your daily choices, the little things you do every day, hold the power to restore your energy, sharpen your mind, and even reduce your risk of serious illnesses like cancer or heart disease. In this video, we're diving into 6 simple yet powerful habits that anyone, especially those over 60, can start today to unlock the body's natural healing potential. From morning hydration to mindful breathing, these aren't flashy fads or expensive miracle supplements. They're practical, sustainable, life-changing steps that can help you feel like yourself again. You'll want to watch until the end, because these habits backed by real stories and solid research could be the missing link between just getting through the day and actually enjoying it with clarity, energy, and peace of mind. Before we jump in, I'd appreciate it if you could like this video. It helps me keep sharing valuable lessons about healthy aging. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Finally, I'd love your feedback. If you like this video, comment 1. If you don't, comment 0. That way I know how to improve for you. All right, let's get started. Number 1. Morning hydration. The first habit is deceptively simple, so simple that most people overlook it entirely. Drinking a full glass or 2 of water first thing in the morning. I know water doesn't sound groundbreaking. It's not as exciting as a new superfood or a trending supplement. But the truth is, this small act carries huge benefits, especially for those over 60, when the body's systems become more sensitive to even minor neglect. Think about it. After a night of sleep, your body has gone 6 to 8 hours, sometimes more, without any water. That's essentially a mini fast for your hydration system. During that time, you're still losing water through breathing, sweating, and the countless metabolic processes that keep you alive. When you wake up, you're already in a state of mild dehydration. And even mild dehydration can have a surprisingly big impact on your health. It thickens your blood, making it harder for your heart to pump. It slows digestion and can leave you feeling bloated or sluggish. It reduces the efficiency of oxygen delivery to your brain, heart, and kidneys. For many seniors, this shows up as morning grogginess, stiff joints, sluggish digestion, or a mental fog that makes it harder to recall names, follow conversations, or stay focused on tasks. Over time, low-grade dehydration can silently worsen inflammation, the underlying culprit behind countless age-related diseases, from arthritis to heart disease, and even certain cancers. Why is morning hydration so powerful? Let's break it down. 1. It supports your heart and circulation. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. Your heart has to work harder to push it through your arteries and veins. This added strain can raise blood pressure and increase your risk of cardiovascular problems, especially if your blood vessels are already less elastic with age. Drinking water first thing helps restore fluidity to your blood, making circulation smoother and reducing the workload on your heart. 2. It boosts brain performance. Your brain is about 75% water. Even a 2% drop in hydration can impair cognitive performance, things like memory recall, focus, and reaction time. In 2019, a study in the Journal of Nutrition found that dehydration in older adults is directly linked to poorer attention and memory. That means the simple act of rehydrating in the morning can give your brain the fuel it needs to stay sharp. 3. It helps your body detoxify naturally. Your liver and kidneys are your built-in detox system. They filter out waste and toxins every single day, but they rely on adequate hydration to do their job effectively. Chronic dehydration raises your risk of kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and even certain cancers, such as bladder and colorectal cancer. Studies in journals like Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers Prevention have shown that proper hydration helps flush out metabolic waste, reducing the toxic load on your cells and organs. How to make this habit stick? Start small. If you're not used to drinking much water in the morning, begin with 8-12 ounces and gradually work your way up, Aim for 16-32 ounces, about 2-4 glasses of clean, room temperature water before coffee, tea, or breakfast. Avoid ice-cold water first thing in the morning. It can shock the digestive system and cause discomfort, especially for those with sensitive stomachs. Make it visible. Place a filled glass or bottle by your bedside so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. Some people tell me, "But I'm not thirsty in the morning." That's normal. Thirst is actually a late signal of dehydration. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already operating with less water than it needs. So don't wait for the signal. Give your body what it needs right away. And here's a bonus. Adding a squeeze of fresh lemon to your morning water not only enhances the taste, but also gives you a gentle boost of vitamin C and plant compounds that support digestion and immune function. Morning hydration isn't about chasing a health trend. It's about giving your body the raw material it needs to function before you demand focus from your brain, strength from your muscles, or endurance from your heart. It's one of the easiest, cheapest, and most overlooked habits that can have a profound impact on how you feel and function, especially as you get older. So tomorrow morning, before you scroll your phone or pour that first cup of coffee, reach for water. Your body and future self will thank you. Do you want me to go ahead and do that? Some people enhance their water with a squeeze of fresh lemon for a boost of vitamin C and a mild digestive aid, or a pinch of high-quality sea salt to replenish electrolytes, particularly if you're active or live in a BI/REN warm climate. However, plain water is just as effective. What matters most is consistency. Consider the story of Harold, an 82-year-old retiree who was struggling with borderline hypertension and frequent forgetfulness. His doctor suggested he start his day with a tall glass of filtered water sipped slowly over 10 minutes before his usual coffee. Harold was skeptical. Could something so simple make a difference? But after 3 months of consistent morning hydration, his blood pressure readings improved. His energy level stabilized, and he noticed fewer senior moments. He jokingly remarked, "I thought I was just getting old, but it turns out I was just dried out." Harold's story illustrates a powerful truth. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective, yet they're often ignored in favor of more complex interventions. To make this habit stick, keep a glass or reusable water bottle by your bedside or in the kitchen as a visual reminder. If you struggle with plain water's taste, experiment with natural additions like cucumber slices, mint leaves, or a splash of apple cider vinegar if your stomach tolerates it. The goal is to make this a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, like brushing your teeth. Over time, this small act can improve digestion, reduce joint stiffness, enhance mental clarity, boost energy, and strengthen your immune system. A well-hydrated body is a resilient body, better equipped to handle the challenges of aging. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2. Daily brisk walking. The second habit is another seemingly simple practice with transformative potential. A daily brisk walk. No, you don't need to run marathons, climb mountains, or train like an elite athlete. Just walking consistently and with purpose can profoundly impact your health, particularly after age 60. This low-impact activity engages nearly every system in your body, from your heart and lungs to your muscles, joints, and brain, making it one of the most effective ways to prevent or manage up to 90% of chronic diseases. Walking is far more than just exercise. It's a catalyst for better circulation, which is critical as we age. When you walk briskly for 15 to 30 minutes, your heart rate rises, pumping oxygen-rich blood to your organs and tissues. This improved blood flow nourishes your brain, lubricates your joints, and helps regulate blood sugar by encouraging muscles to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. According to the American Diabetes Association, regular walking can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30% in at-risk individuals. A significant benefit for seniors who may be dealing with insulin resistance. But the benefits extend far beyond blood sugar control. One of the most remarkable effects of daily walking is its impact on brain health. A 2018 study published in Neurology found that older adults who engaged in regular brisk walking showed increased volume in the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for memory and learning. This structural change is associated with better recall, sharper focus, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. For anyone worried about forgetting names, misplacing keys, or struggling with mental clarity, walking can be a powerful tool to keep the brain active and healthy. Walking is more than just a simple form of exercise. It can play a significant role in reducing the risk of certain cancers. While it's not a cure or a guaranteed shield, scientific research, including findings from the National Cancer Institute, has shown that regular physical activity is associated with a lowered risk of cancers such as colon, breast, and endometrial cancer. The protective effect comes from several biological processes that walking sets in motion. One way walking helps is by balancing key hormones, such as estrogen and insulin. When these hormones are too high or poorly regulated, they can contribute to the growth and spread of certain cancers. Walking also improves the body's immune surveillance system, the ability to detect and eliminate abnormal cells before they develop into dangerous tumors. On top of that, walking helps reduce chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Since inflammation can create an environment that encourages cancer cell growth, lowering it is another layer of protection. However, not all walking delivers these benefits equally. For the activity to truly make an impact, it should be intentional and purposeful. Casual wandering around the house or slow-paced window shopping won't push your body enough to trigger the desired physiological effects. Aim instead for a brisk pace fast enough to raise your heart rate and leave you slightly out of breath, but still able to maintain a conversation. For most people, this means walking at a speed of about 3 to 4 miles per hour. To get the most from your walk, allow your arms to swing naturally, engaging your upper body and increasing your overall energy expenditure. Whenever possible, walk outdoors to enjoy natural sunlight, which is an excellent source of vitamin D. This vitamin supports immune function and bone health, while fresh air can improve mood, boost mental clarity, and increase energy levels. If outdoor walking isn't possible due to weather, location, or safety concerns, indoor alternatives such as a treadmill or indoor walking track are just as effective. What matters most is consistency, showing up day after day rather than chasing perfection. Consider the story of Carol, a 76-year-old woman who received a wake-up call when her doctor told her that her cholesterol levels were dangerously high. Determined to improve her health, she began walking daily. At first, she could only manage 5 minutes around her neighborhood block before feeling fatigued. But she persisted, gradually increasing her stamina until she was comfortably walking 20 minutes each morning. After 6 months, her cholesterol numbers improved significantly. Her sleep quality was better than it had been in years, and she found herself sharper and more engaged in mental activities like her beloved crossword puzzles, which she had abandoned because of brain fog. Carol also experienced emotional benefits. Walking gave her a sense of control over her health and a small daily achievement to look forward to. That feeling of accomplishment helped counteract the helplessness that can sometimes accompany the aging process. Her experience demonstrates how physical improvements can lead to mental clarity, which then fosters greater emotional resilience, a ripple effect that begins with a single daily habit. For those just starting, the best approach is to keep it manageable. Even 10 minutes of walking a day is valuable, and the duration can be gradually extended as stamina builds. Comfortable, supportive footwear is important to protect joints and prevent injury. For motivation, you might walk with a friend, listen to music, or tune in to an interesting podcast. One of walking's greatest strengths is that it's highly accessible, no gym membership, expensive gear, or specialized training required. All you need is a good pair of shoes, a safe place to walk, and a commitment to yourself. Over time, this simple habit can boost energy, improve mobility, and help reclaim the independence that aging sometimes diminishes. The third habit, which may seem less conventional but is equally powerful, is daily deep breathing combined with mindful stillness. This practice takes only 5 to 10 minutes a day, yet its influence on physical and mental health is profound. By calming the body, reducing inflammation, and enhancing resilience. It supports memory, immunity, and emotional balance factors that become increasingly important with age. Deep breathing works by engaging the diaphragm, the large muscle beneath your lungs. When you take slow, deliberate breaths that fully expand the lungs and lower abdomen, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode of the body. This directly counteracts the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight response, which can be overactive in people dealing with chronic stress. For many older adults, sources of ongoing stress may include financial worries, health issues, or social isolation. Over time, constant activation of the stress response elevates cortisol levels, strains the heart, and increases inflammation, all of which undermine long-term health. Research supports the value of diaphragmatic breathing. For example, a 2020 study published in Frontiers in Physiology found that regular deep breathing improves heart rate variability (HRV), a measure of how well the body adapts to stress. Higher HRV is linked to better cardiovascular function and a lower risk of stroke. Another key benefit is the stimulation of the vagus nerve, a major nerve connecting the brain with the heart, lungs, and digestive organs. Activating this nerve through deep breathing can improve digestion, help regulate blood pressure, and create a sense of calm that promotes better sleep and mood stability. Adding mindful stillness to deep breathing multiplies the benefits. Mindful stillness doesn't require chanting, complicated postures, or advanced meditation techniques. It's as simple as sitting quietly, focusing on the present moment, and observing your thoughts without judgment. When paired with slow, deep breaths, it acts like a mental shower, washing away the accumulated stress and mental clutter of daily life. This mental reset can improve focus, emotional regulation, and decision-making. When practiced daily, deep breathing and mindful stillness help restore balance to both body and mind. For older adults, who may be more vulnerable to the effects of chronic stress and inflammation, this practice can be a game-changer, helping preserve health, clarity, and quality of life well into later years. For seniors, especially those living alone or dealing with grief or anxiety, this practice can be profoundly grounding. It fosters emotional resilience, reduces feelings of loneliness, and even boosts immune function by lowering stress hormones, as shown in research from Psychosomatic Medicine 2018. How do you do it? Find a quiet spot, your favorite chair, a park bench, or even your bed. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if it feels right. And practice a simple breathing pattern. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. And exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 counts. Repeat this for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on the sensation of your breath. If your mind wanders, and it will gently bring it back without frustration. Over time, this practice becomes easier, and its effects become more pronounced. Consider Frank, an 82-year-old widower who had battled high blood pressure for over a decade. Frustrated with medication side effects, he was skeptical when his granddaughter suggested deep breathing and mindful stillness. But he committed to 10 minutes each morning before breakfast, using a simple guided breathing app to stay on track. After 2 months, his blood pressure readings improved. He felt less irritable, and he rediscovered his love for reading, which he'd abandoned due to difficulty concentrating. Frank's experience highlights the biological power of this habit. By calming the nervous system, deep breathing creates a cascade of benefits that ripple through the body, from better digestion to sharper cognition. This practice isn't about achieving perfection or emptying your mind. It's about giving your body and brain a moment to reset. For seniors, it's a way to reclaim control over a body that may feel unpredictable or a mind that feels scattered. It sends a powerful message to every cell. You're safe. You're supported. And you can heal. To get started, set a daily reminder, perhaps pairing it with another habit like morning water or your evening wind down. If 10 minutes feels daunting, start with 3 minutes and build from there. Apps like Calm or Headspace can guide you, but a timer and a quiet space are all you need. This habit is the foundation that amplifies the benefits of hydration and walking. By reducing stress and inflammation, it creates an internal environment where your body can repair, restore, and thrive. Day by day, you'll notice sharper clarity, softer tension, and a renewed sense of energy. A quiet, the powerful transformation that proves small acts can yield extraordinary results. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. Cold water exposure. The notion of cold water exposure might conjure images of daredevils plunging into icy lakes or athletes enduring frigid training regimens. But this practice is far more accessible and profoundly beneficial than it seems at first glance. Emerging as a cornerstone in the realms of longevity, wellness, and holistic healing. Cold water exposure is a remarkably simple yet powerful habit that anyone, particularly older adults, can integrate into daily life. Far from requiring extreme measures like polar bear swims or ice baths, this practice can be as gentle as a brief cool shower, a splash of cold tap water on the face and arms, or even soaking your hands in chilled water for a few moments. These small intentional encounters with cold water can ignite a cascade of physiological responses that enhance circulation, reduce inflammation, boost mood, and fortify the body's resilience, offering a natural drug-free path to vitality. When your skin comes into contact with cold water, even for a fleeting 15 to 30 seconds, your body initiates a controlled stress response known as hormesis, a process where mild stressors stimulate adaptive health-promoting changes. This begins with vasoconstriction, where blood vessels temporarily narrow to conserve heat, followed by vasodilation as they reopen, significantly improving blood flow. This dynamic enhances oxygen delivery to tissues, supports cardiovascular health, and facilitates nutrient distribution throughout the body. Simultaneously, the cold triggers a slower heart rate and a surge of norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter and hormone that not only dampens inflammation, but also elevates mood, sharpens mental clarity, and heightens alertness. In essence, cold water exposure acts as a natural reset, jolting sluggish systems into action and encouraging the body to operate with greater efficiency and vigor. Historically, our ancestors were routinely exposed to fluctuating temperatures, wading through chilly streams, bathing in cold rivers, or enduring brisk mornings without the luxury of modern heating. These natural stressors kept their bodies adaptable, their vascular systems robust, and their immune responses sharp. In contrast, modern life with its climate-controlled homes, heated blankets, and long steaming showers has cocooned us in comfort, potentially diminishing our physiological resilience over time. Cold water exposure reintroduces this primal stimulus, strengthening the vascular system, enhancing the body's ability to handle stress, and stimulating the lymphatic system, which plays a critical role in flushing out toxins and waste. For older adults whose circulation, immune function, and detoxification processes often slow with age, this practice is particularly transformative, offering a gentle yet effective way to reinvigorate the body. The scientific evidence supporting cold water exposure is robust and growing. A 2016 study published in Medical Hypothesis found that cold showers could alleviate depressive symptoms by activating the sympathetic nervous system and boosting endorphin production, creating black cell, a natural antidepressant effect. Similarly, a 2014 study in the Journal of Physiology demonstrated that regular cold exposure improved immune function, with participants reporting fewer infections over time. Another compelling finding from a 2014 study in diabetes revealed that cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue, brown fat, a metabolically active fat that burns energy to generate heat, aiding in blood sugar regulation and body temperature control. For seniors concerned about diabetes, weight gain, or metabolic slowdown, this activation of brown fat can be a significant boon, supporting overall metabolic health without requiring strenuous exercise or dietary overhauls. For those hesitant about embracing cold water, the key is to start small and prioritize consistency over intensity. You don't need to leap into an ice bath or endure prolonged discomfort. Begin by ending your usual warm shower with 15 to 30 seconds of cool water, gradually increasing the duration as your body adapts. Alternatively, try splashing cold water on your face, neck, or arms each morning, or soak your hands and forearms in a bowl of chilled water for 30 seconds, These small acts can yield profound results. Consider the story of Gloria, a 76-year-old retiree who had battled chronic joint pain, stiffness, and persistent brain fog. When her grandson suggested cold water rinses, she laughed, dismissing it as a trend for younger, hardier folks. But curiosity got the better of her, and she began ending her daily shower with 30 seconds of cold water. The first few days were uncomfortable, but within 2 weeks, she noticed a remarkable shift. Her mornings felt clearer, her knees were less stiff, and her mood was unexpectedly brighter. "It's like I'm shocking myself awake. Not just my body, but my whole spirit," she said. By the end of the month, her joint pain had noticeably decreased, and she felt more energized and engaged in her daily life. This practice is particularly valuable for older adults as it addresses multiple age-related concerns simultaneously. Beyond improving circulation and reducing inflammation, cold water exposure enhances mental resilience, helping to combat the lethargy and emotional slumps that can accompany aging. It also supports the body's natural detoxification processes by stimulating lymphatic drainage, which can become sluggish with age, leading to toxin buildup and compromised immunity. Moreover, the activation of brown fat offers metabolic benefits that can help seniors manage weight and blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes. The beauty of cold water exposure lies in its simplicity. No gym memberships, no expensive equipment, just a willingness to embrace a brief moment of discomfort for long-term gain. To incorporate this habit, start with a manageable approach. If a cold shower feels daunting, try turning the water to cool for the last 15 seconds of your shower, focusing on your arms, legs, or back. Alternatively, fill a bowl with cold water and dip your hands or splash your face each morning. Aim for daily consistency, even if the exposure is brief. Over time, you may find yourself craving the invigorating sensation as it becomes a signal to your body and mind that you're ready to seize the day. Try it for a week and pay attention to subtle shifts in your energy, mood, and physical comfort. Cold water exposure isn't about enduring punishment. It's about rediscovering the body's innate vitality and reconnecting with the natural rhythms that have sustained humanity for millennia. Number 5. Deep breathing rituals. Breathing is the most fundamental act of life, so automatic that it often goes unnoticed. Yet, how you breathe, particularly after age 60, can profoundly influence your physical, mental, and emotional health, either fueling chronic disease or actively combating it. Deep intentional breathing practice for just 5 to 10 minutes daily is a deceptively simple habit with the power to lower blood pressure, sharpen memory, bolster immunity, reduce anxiety, and even decrease the risk of serious conditions like stroke or heart disease. Far from requiring advanced yoga techniques, esoteric meditation practices, or specialized equipment, this ritual involves conscious, slow breaths that anyone can do anywhere at any time. Backed by robust science and accessible to all, deep breathing is a cornerstone of vibrant aging, offering a pathway to resilience and renewal. When you engage in deep diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling deeply into your belly rather than shallowly into your chest, your body undergoes a remarkable transformation. This practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, often referred to as the rest and repair mode, which counteracts the chronic fight-or-flight state that many older adults experience due to stress, loneliness, health concerns, or the cumulative pressures of modern life. Chronic shallow breathing, common in today's fast-paced world, keeps the body in a low-grade stress response, elevating cortisol levels, promoting inflammation, and disrupting the delicate balance of the nervous system. In contrast, deep breathing flips this switch, reducing stress hormones, oxygenating the blood, improving circulation, and optimizing the function of vital organs, including the heart, lungs, and brain. The scientific evidence for deep breathing is compelling and extensive. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Immunology demonstrated that diaphragmatic breathing significantly reduced cortisol levels and enhanced immune function, helping the body ward off infections more effectively. Another study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine in 2017 found that regular deep breathing lowered blood pressure in hypertensive patients within weeks, offering a non-pharmacological approach to cardiovascular health. Perhaps most exciting for seniors is the link between deep breathing and brain health. A 2020 study in Nature suggested that controlled breathing techniques improve brain plasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections and adapt, which is critical for combating age-related cognitive decline, memory loss, and even the risk of dementia by increasing oxygenation and, quote, reducing neural stress. Deep breathing helps keep the mind sharp, focused, and adaptable. Consider the story of George, an 81-year-old retiree who had struggled with short-term memory lapses, insomnia, and a general sense of mental fog. Despite trying supplements, cutting out caffeine, and engaging in cognitive exercises like puzzles, he saw little improvement. His daughter, a nurse, introduced him to the 478 breathing technique. Inhaling through the nose for 4 seconds, holding the breath for 7 seconds, and exhaling slowly through the mouth for 8 seconds. Initially, George dismissed it as new age nonsense, but he agreed to try it for 5 minutes each morning. Within a week, he noticed he was falling asleep faster at night. After a month, he could recall phone numbers and appointments without jotting them down, and by 3 months, his doctor reported a significant improvement in his blood pressure without any changes to his medication. "It's like my brain and body are talking to each other again," George said, marveling at how such a simple practice could yield such profound results. Deep breathing offers benefits beyond the nervous system and brain. Each diaphragmatic breath gently massages internal organs, lungs, liver, kidneys, and intestines, improving digestion, facilitating toxin elimination, and enhancing nutrient absorption, all of which tend to slow with age. This internal stimulation can alleviate common age-related complaints like bloating, constipation, or sluggish metabolism. Moreover, deep breathing fosters a profound sense of reconnection for seniors who often feel estranged from their bodies, as if they no longer recognize or trust the vessel they inhabit. Taking a few moments each day to breathe intentionally, feeling the rise and fall of the belly, the rhythm of the breath becomes an act of self-respect and presence, reaffirming that I'm still here and this body still matters. Starting a deep breathing practice is remarkably straightforward. Find a quiet, comfortable spot, your favorite chair, a park bench, or even your bed, and begin with 5 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, allowing your belly to expand, and exhale through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds, making the exhale longer than the inhale. This extended exhale signals safety to your nervous system, promoting calm and initiating the body's healing processes. No special tools, classes, or memberships are required. Just a few minutes of your time over weeks. This habit can alleviate symptoms of anxiety, arthritis, digestive issues, and fatigue while supporting heart health and mental clarity. It's a hidden fountain of youth accessible to everyone that transforms how you feel, think, and move through the world, proving that the simplest acts can yield the most profound rewards. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 6. A consistent sleep-wake schedule. Poor sleep is often dismissed as an inevitable consequence of aging, a burden seniors must simply endure. However, this misconception overlooks a powerful truth. Maintaining a consistent sleep-wake schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, including weekends, can be one of the most effective habits for preventing chronic disease, enhancing mental clarity, and extending a vibrant, healthy life. By aligning your daily routine with your body's 24-hour circadian rhythm, you optimize critical physiological processes from hormone regulation to tissue repair, creating a foundation for wellness that rivals even the most advanced medical interventions. The circadian rhythm is the body's internal clock, orchestrating a symphony of functions. Melatonin released to induce sleep, cortisol production for daytime alertness, immune activity to fight infections, and tissue repair during deep sleep. As we age, this clock becomes less precise, disrupted by irregular bedtimes, late-night screen exposure, or random daytime naps. Such disruptions can wreak havoc, contributing to blood sugar imbalances, memory lapses, weakened immunity, and increased inflammation. A 2021 study in Sleep Medicine Reviews linked irregular sleep patterns to heightened risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even Alzheimer's disease, underscoring the stakes of abulia. Disordered rhythm. Conversely, a consistent sleep-wake schedule restores order, enabling the body to anticipate and prepare for rest and activity, optimizing hormone release, and enhancing repair processes. Consider Frances, a 78-year-old widow who had struggled with restless nights, daytime fatigue, and foggy mornings for years. She tried sleep aids, herbal teas, warm baths, and even meditation apps, but nothing provided lasting relief. Her grandson, a health sciences student, suggested a simple but disciplined approach. Choose a fixed bedtime and wake-up time and stick to them, no matter how poorly she slept. Skeptical but desperate, Frances settled on 10 p.m. for bedtime and 6 a.m. for waking. Within 3 weeks, she began waking without an alarm. Her energy levels surged, and her arthritis flare-ups became less frequent and severe. "It's like my body finally knows what to do," she said. The predictability allowed her brain's lymphatic system, its built-in janitor, to clear waste proteins linked to neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's, a process that occurs most effectively during deep sleep. A consistent sleep schedule offers far-reaching benefits. It stabilizes hormones like melatonin, which promotes natural sleep, and cortisol, which supports daytime alertness and immune balance. When these hormones are out of sync, seniors may feel tired during the day, yet wired at night. A frustrating pattern that exacerbates stress and compromises health. A 2019 study in Nature Communications found that sleep irregularity could be as detrimental as insufficient sleep, increasing risks of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. By contrast, a steady schedule reduces overall stress, supports heart and blood vessel health, and enhances digestion by aligning bodily functions with predictable cycles. To adopt this habit, choose a bedtime that allows for 7 to 8 hours of sleep tailored to your natural rhythm, perhaps 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Stick to it even after a restless night, and avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or screens at least an hour before bed. Create a wind-down ritual to signal rest. Listen to soft music, practice gentle stretching, or read a calming book. Over time, your body will associate these cues with sleep, making the process effortless. This habit isn't flashy, but it's foundational. Resetting your health nightly and supporting your brain, heart, and immune system without pills or expense. Thank you for joining us on this journey through 6 simple yet transformative habits that can reshape your health and vitality, especially after 60. These aren't just tips. They're a framework for reclaiming your energy, clarity, and joy, one small step at a time. We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're excited to bring into your daily life? Maybe it's drinking that morning glass of water, taking a brisk walk, or trying deep breathing for the first time. Share it in the comments below. This community thrives on your insights and motivation. If you like this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us keep creating content to inspire and empower you. Here's to living well every single day.